Christian leadership, which is something that is very near and dear to my heart because I feel like informally I am somewhat of a leader in my home and sometimes even in my community, especially with new Christians. I really like to share the gospel, and that's really been one big calling on my life, is to share my testimony and to share the gospel. I'll say number one, you really have to have like a servant heart and be willing to put others before yourself. You might think that you have to have some sort of competence or like intellectual understanding of the Bible or how Christianity works, but from my understanding that has not been the case. It has been with like servanthood and your life, how your life reflects God. Like, is your life screaming like the world, or is your life screaming this girl knows Jesus, this girl is in a relationship with God? You know, because anybody can read a book, read the Bible and sound really smart, but it takes a certain kind of person to reflect what Jesus looks like. I think it's in Mark. I think it's Jesus, and he's saying like, whoever wants to be great among you must become like a servant. I think that's, I don't know, you guys have to check my references because I'm very multifaceted with things, and I get a lot of advice from different people and books and obviously the Bible, podcasts. So sometimes you do have to check for yourself like things that I reference. Yeah, back to like being multifaceted. You can't be self-sufficient in this. You really do have to seek wisdom from other spiritually led people, individuals, and people that know me in real life know that I'm always one to be like, hey, what do you think about this? I'll text my usually older friends, sometimes my younger friends, even baby Christians. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think this means, or whatever. I really like to get a lot of different views and opinions, mostly from God first and foremost, but I do like to be under like a chain of command. There is 3 people in my life that I do go to before I post things or before I share something, or even if I meet for a small group. Those 3 people I do run things by them, not every single time, all 3 of them, but definitely at least one of them. Consistency, I think, is another big key factor. Somebody who is constantly walking with Christ. Another thing is spirituality. I do believe that there's a time and place for that, but I definitely think that that should be more included in people's day-to-day lives. The Bible talks about the spiritual world a lot, and I don't like that a lot of people take away from that. And so a lot of I would call them my spiritual leaders. They know that the battles, there's a little bee. These battles are not against flesh and blood, but like Ephesians 6 says, it's a spiritual battle. To be a leader, it takes courage, which I am not afraid to admit. I'm one of the most, not anymore, but I was one of the most cowardice people. Like, I was such a coward. Like, I hated having to like admit anything or like be the center of attention. It was mind-boggling to me that people liked doing that, or even could do that. Like, you know, like speaking in front of others. It's so terrifying.